Meeting new people, new places, increase our opportunity to manifest. Now, talking about manifestation is creating, with drawing an experience into our life, creating our future, realizing our goal or dream, from energy to physicality. An experience comes into the effect into a physical life called manifestation. With our thoughts and feelings create a reality. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. Observation manifests possibility.
But there was one thing that I was really focused on manifesting, and that was clearing that competitive exam. After this 2 years, I didn't clear that exam. So at that moment, I ran to Chandra sir, and sir didn't force me to meditate, but he said to try to meditate. But he asked me more to use affirmations and be in that gratitude state. And I think these suggestions work like miracles. A week after I met Sir, there was an amazing opportunity that came by. But the thing was, it required a minimum 3 years of experience as a practicing advocate. I hardly had less than a year of experience. So, regardless of this limiting belief, I applied for it and I manifested that opportunity, that fellowship. I got it.
On professional front, we pivoted. My team grew from 2 to 10, and there are times I have worried about how am I going to pay these folks? How am I going to plan for this? And every time I had considered, like, this month I'm a little short of cash, and for very interestingly, the universe would send a couple of projects our way. Customers would pay upfront in advance, and it is very interesting, very enchanting to look at your own life as a third party.
Even my kids and everyone are transformed at our home. And it has been a meditation home and not just a home. That's what we manifested, and it's working great. Because when we are working for the universe will work for us. That's what I think.
I had so many questions today, but the 5 things you gave, most of them gave a beautiful satisfaction to my questions, what I was asking. On the top of all those 5, I considered the reprogramming limiting beliefs. That is the best thing I considered myself.
I implemented that placebo effect and I tried it, it did work.
Welcome, friends and masters, to 30-second session of 40-day nature program. We have been learning about how meditation aids in improving our emotional quotient, be it in being self-aware or self-expression or inspiration, being empathetic to others and engaging. I cordially invite Chandra sir to take over for today's session. Thank you.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, good evening. Get my light right. Superconscious mind. Or one mind. Or whole mind. Or the mind of the quantum field. They all are referring to one thing, and that is the intelligence or the existence. We have a conscious mind, the limited mind that scans, that is developed through the society, our culture. Culture and society give us one mind, that's our conscious mind. Everything we think and feel relatively here is around what's going on around us here. Our subconscious mind is slowly developed over a period of time with that, and then your past experience is being fused into it. Subconscious mind is the essence of what our life has been. The essence of life. Whereas conscious mind is right now busy navigating through the current environmental challenges or interests. Subconscious mind is the essence of whole life, which is what we called it in the past, the beliefs, the personality, are the programs that are written through which we operate. The superconscious mind is the mind of everything. The mind of everything and everybody that exists. If mind is equal to thought is equal to energy, then we are talking of now energy here, each of them. Brain is there, but brain is simply the mind, the thought in action. Simply thought in action to store information and then utilize that information to create chemicals, and then that starts the process into the body in some way or the other. So that we have an experience. So we are an experience machine. We are here to experience life. But the process is starting from a thought, which is energy. Now then, so the mind is thought, and so all minds are thought, all minds are energy. Conscious, subconscious, superconscious, the one mind existing, mind of the existence. Everything is bigger from the another one or smaller from the other one based on the type of use it has, type of understanding it has. If it is about my mind, it is only thinks of me. By definition, one person mind is thinking about that person, the conscious mind. The superconscious mind is mind of everybody. You must be thinking about everybody then. Because the definition is the mind of everybody. And so this concept of one mind, or the mind of the quantum field, is the mind of everyone and everything. That means it's always thinking for the greater good of everybody and everything. Concept of superconscious mind, or the one mind is, or the whole mind is, it is complete in itself. So it knows that everything is there with it, because it's representing everything out there. It represents everything out there. The intelligence is representing everything out there. And so it knows that whatever that is required to be, everything is there with it. It knows that everything is there with it. Everything means every experience, whether it is physically here, whether it is an energy form there, but every experience that one can conceive and think of is in it, because it's a field of infinite. You can test this. Any experience you can think of, and the answer to you, the moment you can think of any experience, will you be ever say with definite no that the experience cannot come to you? You can never say, any experience you take, I'm going to moon. Can you say it's not possible? I'm going to sun. Can you say it's not possible? You may say right now there's no technology that can hold it, so everything will just burn away. But then with your whole understanding that everything that seemed impossible at one point became possible. So who knows? So the answer would be that maybe. The moment we cannot say with definite no that something is not possible, then it is possible. That means that the experience is there. Every experience that you can ever think of, conceive of, is always there in the field. Imagination is the vehicle through which you impress the subconscious mind, the superconscious mind. Imagination. How much I can go about dreaming, how much I can go about constructing. Imagination means constructing your experience beautifully in your mind through energy level. Imagination is creating an experience at energetic level. Think of it as a physical form is not there, but you created that form in the energy level, the structure, an astral template, an energy template. And we create an experience of, me here, and then Buddha Sevas worldwide, all meditators worldwide together. Now imagining, 50 of us going into Africa, Kilimanjaro, that mountain, we want to scale that mountain. We start expedition going up. We're all sitting in between. We are imagining right now there we are relaxing and then taking a meditation dip and going up further. Now that's imagination. You are creating the template of all the people, the places, Kilimanjaro. And if you read more about it, then you would bring it more alive because you know what it means like. And then so you're creating Kilimanjaro, the Africa, the flights, the situation where you go in and then people coming from different parts land, they tell their stories. It'll bring a lot more imagination. So now all of that is your imagination, which we are constructing an energy template. And we know observation manifests possibility and experience is there. Learn this in the week 3. That quantum physics understanding that there are infinite possibilities. Observation manifests the possibility. So the imagination is observation, is very powerful, is giving an unseen form to the whole experience. If there are 50 people, different parts of the world, think of them as those energy bulbs everywhere. There is some energy from there emitting. All of them are traveling. So they're all a part of it. Everything that is there around, all a part of an energy template, which is all coming together into a single place in Africa somewhere to go into that Kilimanjaro mountain. You're impressing the superconscious mind through imagination. That means that it is going to respond back to us. When you impress some people, if you got a business leader come into your office, in some conversation somewhere in a town hall meeting, somewhere you had the ability and then you talked about a few things. You talk about a vision, you present a vision. What would happen? The leader who came in globally, and then you're talking about a vision sitting here, the moment you present about a vision is how you impress people. They're always fascinated with futuristic things, you know that. We'll always think about it. We're fascinated about futuristic things. And so if you are able to put a vision out there, vision means what? Something future. Then how did it come? You're imagining about it. So when you put a vision out there, then automatically the leader would potentially got impressed. And so when they're impressed, then what are they doing? They're saying, okay, here is somebody's got huge potential. They're presenting a vision of the future. That means they know how to navigate themselves to go there. So let me give them funding. Okay, what do you need? Funding. What do you need? I need 2 resources. What do you need? I would like to come to this so-and-so office facility and then interact with a group of people to know a little more about it. And so come back and implement. Cool, it's given to you. You're able to impress. That source must give, because what is the source is looking for? What is that business leader, the CEO is looking for? Looking for expansion and growth. More experience for whom? To the employees, to the investors, to the stakeholders, more better experience. How does it come? By creating new vision. Imagination is equal to vision. You're thinking of something that does not exist. So then, just the way we impress upon our bosses, impress upon people, and children impress upon parents with their imaginative ideas, with their foresight. It's called foresight. Looking into the future, creating a future. Just the way we're impressed upon our bosses and people here through our imagination, our vision, so is the case with the quantum field, dear friends. Quantum field is simply the single mind. The superconscious mind is single mind of everything and everybody. The household, head of household is responsible to take care of everybody. The one mind is responsible for take care of meeting aspirations of everyone and everything. And the way to connect with it, the way to receive responses from it is through imagination. How do you receive responses? Through synchronicities. The messages that we receive, the events that show up in front of us, meditation is helping us to imagine and dream more. It expands our faculties of imagination. It gives more and more clarity so that we no longer feel that I don't know what I need. Instead, you move forward. It drops the fears about, fear of looking bad, fear of failure. And so then we move forward without holding us back necessarily. So all of them help us to move into creating new imagination. You can give different words to it. But this is a great faculty that human beings have, is to imagine and dream of. And if you're already putting visions out there to impress, a child impressing a father, a subordinate or an employee, colleague impressing the manager, the directors impressing the board, always through changing and then presenting something new that is not there called vision. And that happens when you can imagine and think of the future ahead of time. Thinking of a future ahead of time is imagination. And so why would we not use that faculty that is given to us? To create, to expand, to make it greater for ourselves, to everybody, to multiply our experience. International sportsmen, athletes, who are symbolizing the peak performance in the body, are mind games. Whether it's cricket is the greatest mind and body game. And then many of the successful athletes are using this capability, imagination, which is called visualization, imagination. Use this capability of the training time they use, not everything is physical. They use a lot. Sometimes equal to 50% of the time it lies in doing the rehearsal in the mind, imagining what exactly they need, how exactly they're going to navigate the situations. So it works great when you have the detail. Imagination is impressing. Your doubt and uncertainty are we are losing all the impression. I'm going to a CEO and they're talking about a futuristic idea, but in between I keep saying that, but I don't know whether it's going to work or not. I don't think my people around me is going to cooperate with me. I know this place is, we don't have adequate resources, it's not possible. You present idea on one side, you're impressing. Another side, you keep using these things, you have doubts within yourself. Maybe it might work. I can tell you it's not a great idea, but it might work, might not work. Give me funding. Okay, thank you. I heard you. But funding later. Because you yourself keep doubting. So doubt and imagination have no place. Doubt and uncertainty. If you keep projecting your imaginations, you keep including doubt into it, uncertainty into it, fear into it. If you do these three things, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. If you carry those three, then your impression is slowly going away. That marks that you impressed upon is becoming weaker and weaker. Whatever that you impress becomes weaker. So manifestation does not necessarily happen. Just the way that CEO may not be interested in giving funding because they're not sure. Why should he waste the resource with you? Because you're creating an opposing reality, saying that this will come, that will come. And so they'll also show up because that's your creation. So when fear is removed, uncertainty is removed, doubt is removed, and then when imagination is there, dear friends, superconscious mind is deeply impressed. And so that means it's got to give back. It must respond in a ways that you don't even imagine and expect. And then it's going to give. Many, many impossible situations for people have been resolved. In group situations. I was talking, I think on Monday, about the latest that I hear. Somebody in the year 2020, I'm talking about the real estate deals that are so complicated everywhere. The conflicts that we have around money and assets are always difficult to resolve because everybody wants that. Everybody holds the stake when money is involved. Of course, ego is involved also is a big thing. But we think that ego can be dissolved suddenly. But money is physical, touching. How can people let go of it? The conflicts around money, they hold on to it. But meditation, where you singularly with focus imagine about it, and you don't let the element of doubt come in, which is what the job of meditation is, to slowly drop the doubt. So then they seem to get resolved. Somebody who said for 10, 15 years a deal didn't happen. In COVID time, he calls and says, sir, this has happened after a few months. This woman from a village who just showed up this Sunday when I'm meditating, against so many odds and conditions that so many people put a stake onto the land, nobody wants to give up. A family member, somebody random, and then someone who was leasing the land for a long time, more than 30 years, everybody had a stake in it. And the issue is not getting resolved for years. With meditation, with a total belief and acceptance of the process that does not let any doubt seep in, then she was able to see that the land is in her name in 60 days. Against great odds, things happen. Seemingly impossible things happen. So does health. Impossible that it is not possible does happen for people, dear friends. Let's go into meditation once again. And then we will understand today this whole visualization subject a little bit more. Relax yourself, sit comfortably, relax your body. Scan your body from head to toe. We are practicing, let me put up, we're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind. And as you see in the picture, sit down comfortably in a sofa or a chair or on the floor, cross your feet at ankle, fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural breath. When you are observing your breath slowly, the mind becomes empty. As the mind is becoming empty, you experience greater emptiness, energy, or dreamlike states. Just be a witness to them. Whatever inherently happens when you're observing your breath slowly as the mind is becoming empty. Witness or observe anything that happens. But anytime, if you notice you have thought, slowly bring your attention back to the breath again. And then again start the process called breath mindfulness meditation. This is where you're spending maximum time today. Before that, we do a process called heart elevation. Just follow my guidance for that, dear friends. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. And rest your attention on your sacred heart. And can you feel this loving heart center? Your primary connection into the quantum field. The center for all experience of life. Connect with your heart center, dear friends, which is expanding all life with its energies of love, joy, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your life, from your past, present, where you felt enormous love, joy, gratitude, or any of the heightened emotions, and relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment of love and feel that energy inside your beautiful heart. And allow yourself to direct that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth, where it is received by the needy. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. With your eyes closed, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Our goal is to empty the mind and merge into that greater quantum field of energy. When we observe our breath, the mind becomes empty. to your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. and you observe your breath, the mind becomes empty. As your mind is becoming empty, we channelize all that energy into the generous present moment. We allow our body to function at its natural best. We gain greater clarity. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thought. Slowly and slowly can you become aware of that emptiness, where there's no body, where there's no thing. allow yourself to experience this emptiness. That infinite depth of that emptiness spreading far and wide. All emptiness is energy. This is the unlimited field of quantum energy with limitless possibilities. The longer you stay connected, the more you become of it, and the more you receive from it. It is natural to have thought. If you recognize your thinking, go back to observing your breath, dear friends. everything that you ever experienced or will experience is here in this field of energy. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness as no body, the more possibilities you draw into your life. Allow yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself. That greater intelligence your higher mind everything and everybody are connected in this field of energy. the longer you stay aware of this emptiness, the more you lose yourself to this nothingness, the more we experience everything. Friends, it's truly an honor and privilege to be experiencing this life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to all things and everybody? Your gratitude to your parents, your teachers, your mentors, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your relatives, your partners, everybody. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, to everything you use, the technology, the company, the system, the governments. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent quantum field for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is an high state of receivership. Relax your body.
I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate.
Feel your body and let your autonomous nervous system
I am powerful.
repair your body.
And I celebrate who I am. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate who I am. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I've let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And I celebrate.
Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Let me talk about this important concept of imagination. If we have ideas about future, then you can imagine about it. If you don't have ideas or goals, then you can't imagine. Simple. It applies to those who have goals and ideas, then they can imagine and then make those realize, you can realize them more effectively. Faster, better, greater, deeper, all that. Those who do not have any ideas, do not seem to have goals. The regular meditation, it will help us move into a state where if it is so necessary that I need to have something realized, then it will come to you. Provided we do not have this understanding that I'm on a spiritual path, I should not have any goal. If you don't carry that understanding, then it will come. We are open about what is important for you. Goal or a goal can be seen as a desire, a goal or a desire. Any of these are not impediments to spiritual progress. They're not anti-spirituality. It is a greed is anti-spirituality. It is attachment to the result is anti-spirituality. Or attachment to the result. What is anti-spirituality? Anything that gives us suffering. That's all it is, nothing else. Goal by itself cannot bring suffering. It creates things. It brings new experience, new joy. We attach to the result and the result doesn't show up, then we feel sad about it, bad about it is a problem. That's ignorance. So those who have ideas of the future, dreams, so then you imagine and then dream and then things will happen. Those who do not have some, nothing wrong about it, as long as you don't continue to say, I cannot have desire. As long as you're not in that notion, then things will show up in your meditation. Slowly it's got aligned one to their own purpose. Means things that are very, very that passionate about, things that are most important for them. And so they will naturally bubble up as experiences that they want to imagine and dream of. It's bound to happen. An experience can be to be in a state of not having anything and then being able to patiently be there. That could be an experience for somebody. Just be patiently there, not wanting, not having anything, and still be still with yourself, while the rest of the world seems to be racing ahead, doing many things. Can I be like that? That can be an experience for some. If that's all you need to experience, you'll experience that. But many have always something or the other they want to do. Now, with before meditation to now, it's a lot more considerate. Earlier, it was only about me, but now you are processing a collective mind, so you always are considerate, more inclusive. You're probably not doing that if it's going to harm a lot of people. That goal gets dropped automatically. You're doing something is not only lift you up and potentially lift many people up around you. Let me put up the chart that we discussed. Earlier in this program. Five sutras that we discussed earlier, week 3, for manifestation. How do I realize a goal or a dream? When I have ideas, when I have a futuristic visions and experience that I seek to have in my life, I like to do that. And so then we talked about this 5 sutra formula, where every step is deeply enhanced or expanded through meditation. Developing focus, a one-point mindedness, being open to the possibility. That means we don't close doors based on our past thinking or based on current circumstances. We don't say it's not possible. You know, that a boss is coming to India for a 2-day visit and his schedule is packed. You see the schedule and then you yourself will close the door and say, oh, it's so packed, so I don't think I can get a one-on-one time with him. That's not being open about possibility. Because you're seeing the schedule, it's minute to minute, it's packed, and say, I don't think it's possible. That means you're closing the door right there. Who knows how many of those get shifted? So being open, if you wish to have that one-on-one time, and you are open, you're not closing the door, you're not saying that it is not possible. Instead, you're still putting your thought out or the wish out to somebody who is relevant and say, you know what, can I get 5 minutes of time? They may say it's impossible. You're seeing the schedule. How is it possible? They may say that, but deep inside, you're still open and say, let me see. I wish to meet. That's being open, right? The third thing is setting goals, which is where when you have ideas, when you have experience that I wish to have in my life, then you are then visualizing and dreaming about them. This is imagination. This is what we're talking about here. Reprogramming limiting beliefs. We had a masterclass around what limiting beliefs, the limitation that we all have. A limiting belief can be a generalized belief. If I see a busy schedule, it's practically not possible to get through into it. It's a limiting belief. If I see a busy schedule by default, anywhere, anytime, in general, and then more so with a large group, then we have a belief that, okay, it's impossible to touch it. It's all fixed. It's all over. It's a belief, limiting belief. We limit ourselves. So many limiting beliefs we talked about food and body all the time. The belief about how much this body requires calories, nutrients. If I drink lemon before this, if I drink curd, if I have coffee before this and that in the morning, so many things will happen. Everything is a limiting belief, nothing other than limiting belief. Are you ready to experiment? Those who say I cannot live without a coffee, they are doing that without a coffee in the morning. No longer they desire, they are addicted. It is an addiction. It is a belief through which, we try to support our body's addictions. We try to just justify our addiction because we are so used to that feeling that our body or subconscious want us to move towards that again and again. If we raise above it and say there is a falsity of that fact, and then say, let me challenge it. No matter what you thought about any food belief that we have, you can challenge yourself and see what happens. If there is somebody else can do it, dear friends, you can do it. That body has the capability. Simple. If that possibility is in the quantum field, it means that it is possible to be brought into your physicality. That's all it is. That's all it is. Is it possible that I'm eating a lot of fatty foods and still I'm just all right and I don't gain weight? Is it possible? Experiment. You probably would have heard some people anyway will eat without even bothering about what they're eating, but then they still are lean and thin. If they're there, then why can't I be that? Or simply, is it possible the answer for you when if quantum field, is it possible that I eat whatever that I've been told not to eat? Is it possible that I do and then I'm still normal? You have to answer yourself, is there a definite yes to not possible? Is it not possible to be normal when I eat that? Can you say with a definite yes? And your answer to that is not definite yes. Maybe, I don't know. Then, dear friend, then you must go after that possibility. That means it exists. And then work it out and see it. Our body is responding to a thought greatly. Rather than limiting ourselves and then steering conversations and then misrepresenting facts and then talking about things, why don't we be open about it so that any limitation on food, any limitation on your interaction with people is only limiting our experience of what I can and not do. The reprogramming negative beliefs is a big thing that we must constantly explore through reading, through listening to others' experiences of how they overcome. People overcome most impossible situations. Then you say, yeah, it is possible that I too can do it. Gives you inspiration. And then the fifth step, accepting and expressing gratitude. We had that. So, dear friends, visualization is about setting clear goals and focused on them. Like I mentioned, if I have a goal, then I know I can go about developing that little more. So when I have goals, then that means I'm fundamentally wanting some experience of life around that. I would like to see that this, I want to see myself as a great teacher of meditation. Why? What experience are you seeking? Your goal is to become the greatest meditation teacher admired by thousands of people. If that is your goal, experience that you're seeking, what experience are you seeking? Why is that you want to be that way? Why is that you just cannot be at home just doing the 2 or 3 people who come to you and then teach the meditation? Why is that that's not possible? That's also a meditation teacher. Why is that thousands need to admire you? 1,000 that you see yourself as teaching to thousands of people. Why is that? What experience are you seeking? The experience that you may be seeking underneath that goal is that you may be wanting to solve a lot of conflicts when you're introducing to thousands of people. You may be wanting to solve by moving them towards mass sankalpa, mass intention to solve larger conflicts. Maybe that's the experience of seeking. So when you have many people with you, then you are saying, guys, let's come together and then meditate on this problem and then see that it gets resolved. It happens. You have a lot of people, maybe you have this intention that you want to move that energy towards making people to requesting them to go into different villages and then do something. Introduce meditation in everywhere. So there are, and then maybe people come to you and then share experience, you feel deeply satisfied. Your soul food is coming when others are sharing that I have transformed this way. It is satisfying to you every day. And so these are different experiences of why somebody is saying, I want to become the greatest meditation teacher. If I have clarity of why I want, not because Chandra is doing it, Patriji is doing it, I'll become one. But if you know why you want one, dear friends, so that means if you've seen the real benefit of meditation, you've seen real transformation in people, and you've seen how they behave before and after, now you know that this place is getting better. That's the deep reason of why you want it. It's bound to happen. Everyone will become a meditation teacher the way we think. So visualization is about knowing what experience I seek and then imagining and dreaming about them ahead of time. Before they can happen, we start dreaming about them. Simple. We repeat them. Imagination is about that, right? I imagine that I am receiving awards. I imagine that my project is gaining that recognition. So you imagine, for a moment you transport yourself in that conference, your project is picked up and then you call down to the stage, you present it. That's your imagination of a future. That's all it is, visualization, right? So the whole idea, the understanding is that we talked about this earlier in the program, that in order to have into a right imagination, first we have to set our thought right, our mind right. 90%, 95% negative thought, redundant thought, unwanted thought. If all this, restless mind is going after here, there, then your imagination is going to be fully colored with all this negative thought because they keep coming in, isn't it? Negative thought is there because there is so much of fear is there, so much of doubt is there about everything. So the first step in this whole idea is to recognize that the thoughts are there, unwanted thoughts, so many things that are distracting, that we need to fix them. Our meditation is helping us to, of course, fix them. Changing all these unwanted thought, and so that which in turn pulls older memories, that means pulls older feelings. You want to go and then do that Kedarnath trek, and every time you want to go, somebody is telling you, no, what this is too difficult. Are you sure 16 kilometers, such a strenuous trek, is impossible for you? Yesterday I read a story, this is like this. They scare you because if I have a fear and I attract a similar story again from somewhere or the other, then I put off my travel to Kedarnath again. It's not happening. When that fear is there, it projects. And so I receive one more story, and then I compound it with the stories that I have subconsciously. And so my fear only gets reinforced further. And so the first thing is we need to change our whole thought process. from something that pulls us away into something that expands our experience, something that supports our experience of future. So then Patriji classified, and many people have different version of this, but then he classified into 4 types of thought. If we build awareness, then we can catch where our thought is. If we build awareness, then we can catch where our thought is. A disastrous thought, a negative thought, a positive thought, and a miraculous thought. 4 types of thought. The thoughts are classified. A disastrous thought is seeking an imminent disaster right now. A disastrous thought about that truck that I want to do. People say that as you're going high altitude, you'll have breathlessness. The issue is a disastrous thought. Oh my God. So will I be really can go through this whole thing? I'm planning. And then people say there are landslides, I'm planning, and then, things can happen. What if, the landslide comes? What if, the whole road gets blocked and I'm going to Kedarnath? And so then what will happen? Will I get stranded? A disastrous thought person will absolutely get stranded, will create landslides. And so then his whole journey is blocked right in the beginning. Journey is stopped right there, disastrous thinking. A negative thinking person is going up there, is saying that, I'm going to be having challenge because, last time also I tried, my asthma attacks can come up. Breathlessness is always a challenge. I don't have a stamina. I don't know whether I can go through it, or anyway I'll attempt. But it's more negative in nature, so he starts the attempt. Maybe 5 kilometers later, he's returning back. Negative thinking. Dear friends, we can apply this to our projects, apply it in a business context. Personal situation, business situation, they're all the same because our mindset is same, whether in office or workplace or in workplace or home. Positive person is thinking that, what, my friend the other day went and came. That 60-year-old women went and came, and then, all these 70-year-old senior citizens, they went as a group and they said they came back. Seems like it's possible. I too can do it. I know I have some limitation. I know that my asthma challenge can be there. But I will be strong. I'm going to meditate here and there. I'm going to go. Problems will come. I know it because asthma, of course, I can't just overnight remove it. My breathlessness, I can't just remove it. But if it comes, I'm going to be there. But he thought about breathlessness. He thought about challenges, saying that they're going to come and I'm going to face them. And so a positive person will go 16 kilometers. He'll probably take maybe 10 hours to go up, but he will finish it. He will have breathlessness attacks, but he is there somehow managing through it. Takes help of this person, but he comes there. And miraculous thinking person is saying that I'm going to do this in 6 hours straight. This is the time that some people have done it. I'm going to do that in 6 hours. I'm going to go up. And I'm absolutely enjoying the time, maximizing my time because he's inspired by the vision of his future that I'm going to maximize my time on top of the mountain there. I've got a night, and so I'm going to give maximum time to be there in the energy of this Kedarnath, and then be there, meditate, and then, gain that energy. That's why I'm going. I'm going to be there in 5 hours. Miraculous thinking person will go up there in 5 hours. Thinking miraculous because that possibility exists. In the field of quantum, all possibilities are there. Me stopping is there. Me halfway through coming back is there. Me going up with challenges is there. Me going up without anything, just be there, focused, and then just swiftly. All are possibilities on the spectrum. What do you want to choose? Up to us. Who is choosing? We are choosing. Nobody else is choosing. Everybody is telling us, but we are choosing ultimately. We make a decision. We don't even realize. We simply put and say, no, my friends recommended me. So because I did it. Hey, why did you tell me this? We first choose unmindfully. Then later we go and blame them. So why did you tell me, yaar? You didn't know. If you don't know, you can keep quiet. Why did you give me like this? We try to blame them. Oh, because of them only I couldn't do it. Oh, really? They wrongly advised us, and so because of which we did it. But we are the ones who are deciding. The next time that happens, you take things into your hands, do your own research. Understand more that my thoughts create reality, and so then we remove any negative influence that is coming around. So, dear friends, if we are aware, meditation builds a lot of awareness. Awareness will immediately help us at moment to moment. What thoughts am I carrying? And then, oh, negative thought, a disastrous thought. Okay, come on, why is that I should even bother about it? That big project is coming, sales team is asking us to take a purchase order on that. I know my product doesn't support it. And I'm thinking here, oh, these guys take it, we're going to fail miserably right in front of the customer. If this is how you're thinking, as opposed to going and trying to educate a sales team, then they will take the deal and you'll fail miserably. Because you are the most influential person in delivery. You must constantly be aware, what thought am I carrying? Is it serving the purpose of me or the sales guy, the company? It doesn't serve anybody's purpose, and why should I even carry it? It doesn't help. It doesn't serve the purpose. Now, even if the sales team took the deal, if by thinking disastrously, we're going to fail miserably. So what do we do at that point? If the salespeople took it, if the business took the deal, and I have to deal with it, what do we do? Why should we fail? Instead, at least not have the negative thought. If you can't think positive, at least not have the negative. Catch yourself and stay neutral. Okay, fine. I'm going to go through it and see what happens. Okay, that is better. Isn't it? That's better than thinking negative and disastrous and then trying to point fingers here and there. A meditator, dear friends, become aware and so constantly choosing and selective, moving up into the most positive and miraculous territories. And so, and how do I move up into it? So one is with awareness. Meditation is always there. But here is one thing we can do. When I have goals, when I have a vision of the future, when I set the vision of the future, and then if I know why I'm doing this whole trek, if I know why I'm there in the company, to do what? To create greater products, to make more money. If a company wins deals, you make more money. If a company wins larger features, you have the ability to, your opportunity to create new products, new features. That's your goal. So when you remember your goal or set your goal of why you are there and what you are, where you are, automatically there is a vision. That vision will inspire you. You know the big picture of why you have to do. So then you are constantly moving towards an elevated thought, which is positive, miraculous. When I don't know why I'm there existing, and I'm simply going through, then all kinds of things will come. All kinds of influences will slowly impact us. A goal that is inspiring, if there's no goal to inspire, and I don't know what to do, sit down for more meditation. And slowly will reveal what is the purpose. My purpose is, to express my art, and then depict a lot of emotions. My son was telling me that he would like to, he sees a lot of challenges that youngsters are having, and so then he wanted to potentially, basically, he didn't say in those words, he said like a lot of emotional blocks that are there for many of them. I know that the youngsters are there. I'd like to draw them. I'd like to see if I can, animated things. I'd like to draw what youngsters are going through, various emotions, emotional things they're going through, they can't express. He draws well, but he is going towards something where his drawing is of use to somebody. That is good thinking. So that means you're channelizing your energy into something which is going to help. So it's potentially moving towards what he truly is going to enjoy. Right. When you regularly meditate, when you regularly read, of course, we're going to get into what is it that I must do. The purpose of anyone, we always said this, we're going to learn about this next week. Purpose of anyone is to utilize their unique talent in service of others. So figure out what's my unique talent, and then what can I do? If nothing is there, I can teach meditation if I'm already happy with meditation. I don't have anything else to do. I teach meditation. My unique talent is meditation. My unique talent is staying calm. And so give that to others. I'm happy and peaceful with myself. Unique. How many people have that? I give that to others. How do you give it to others? Just being your presence with them, number one, and then telling them what gives you that, which is meditation. There are two things, is how you are getting it. You give that to others, simple. So your presence there will rub that peace and calmness to them. That can be your vision, that you can have a goal of that, rather than saying, I don't have anything. So meditation is giving clarity, dear friends. And then we're visualizing these things with deep feelings. And so what are we doing? We are saying there are two components we're saying. We're saying that draw a vision board. Now you try for a vision board and dream board. We're going to talk a lot of detail about it in the online program you're doing June 7th to 9th, Elevate Your Energy. The 5 sutras, we're going to go step by step. Today, here in workshop in Delhi, not today, tomorrow, I think, yeah, tomorrow, not tomorrow, Saturday. We're in a workshop in Delhi, I'll cover some steps. Not possible to do all of them, but then I will do some, deeper understanding of it. But then this 5-session workshop, we're going to cover in detail. But we draw a vision board. We develop a vision board with goals that are important to me. Right? My office project, my personal travel, my non-profit work that I'm doing, whatever that is. Some people, the only thing they have is non-profit work. So be it. Some people, they want to pursue their dream here in the personal dream while they're, of course, working on their non-profit work. So, dear friends, we draw a vision board, a statement that we make, and then with various formats, put what is important to us. And so when you're drawing with pictures of vision board, then it's helping you, every time you see the vision board with a few goals, then it's helping you to see, imagine and dream of the experiences that are there on the vision board. And a vision board would say, here is my pyramid center. Here is my travel around the world. Now, when you look at the picture where you're traveling on a flight, then there is a story behind that you write down and say, I am experiencing Egyptian Giza pyramids. I'm meditating there. Maybe the one vision you want. I'm going into Himalayas, and then doing these trekkings, maybe another vision. So these are the things that are there as your experiences that you imagine when you are drawing a vision board with another travel. Would be in a set of experience behind it. Drawing a vision board about service project in a set of experience behind it. How people are coming in and expressing their gratitude to you. Maybe that. They're receiving some award. Maybe that. There is a deep satisfaction with your family. Maybe that. All of those are experiences you're imagining when you're drawing a vision board of various things that you're looking for, right? So we draw vision boards and then we visualize. Visualization means that at the end of meditation, we've done this on Sundays. You're affirming your goal, then imagining about that future experience at the end of meditation, or when you're very, very clear, calm, when you're very deeply satisfied, happy mode, that time it takes a few seconds or a few minutes to sit down and imagine you live your future. Basically, live your future as if it's happening to you right now. We do this regularly. When you are clear mind, then doubt doesn't seep in. So it's good to have that doing it early in the morning and the night where there are no doubts, there's no pressure of environment. So then you don't doubt about yourself. And so imagination works great at that time because you have less and less negative thought. At the end of meditation is great time, right? So reforming the goal for yourself, saying that you're attracting that into your life. And because that has happened, now you are experiencing life because the goal has already materialized. This is the process of imagination that we apply. And so when you do this 5-step process, and then part of it is to draw a vision board. And then imagine, dream of that experience ahead of time. Then slowly you're reprogramming your subconscious with that new experience, and the subconscious is a gateway into projecting about that imaginative experience to be brought into your physicality. Right, friends? So thank you very much for joining. And How are you going to thank you for joining? So I do have with me Raju and Sumanji here. Let's see if I can get it on frame. For those of you plan time till here, feel free to leave. We will listen to experience of two amazing masters here, been ever since understood the importance of meditation. And first, they've been contributing greatly to everyone around. And then the moment they understood the importance of meditation, then it seems they're always wanting to introduce this to someone or the other, keep talking about it, keep sharing it. So great to have them and great to be hosted by them here in Delhi. We had some good sessions. So I'll give it to them to share their experience and perspective. So after a short break, thank you.
Sir, a couple of announcements for
Please
today.
do. Please do.
We have so this announcement is related to a couple of sessions that we have in the month of June. June 1st, there is a one-day workshop at Delhi called Mind to Matter. The details are posted in Buddha CEO site, buddhaceo.org/Delhi. Please register if you plan to attend the same. June 24th to 28th, we have Amrit session, a 5-day intense meditation program from 4 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. IST. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Rajiv.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chandra sir, for giving this opportunity to host you and Vani ma'am. We're very honored. Well, I wanted to share my manifestation experiences. I have manifested many things over many years, starting from my professional activities and also health. So professional, I'm an architect, and many designs of the buildings that I have designed, they've manifested when I tried to see a beautiful building on the land which I have to construct. I've done some universities and all. So that was the building design. And then I had some issues with my health, with my stomach and the acidity, acid reflexes. So I manifested them, like I started visualizing that my stomach is absolutely fine, my digestion system is fine, and there is no acidity, there are no acid reflexes or burps, and miraculously it all just simply went away. And the latest one that I wanted to share, and I shared with Chandra sir last night, was a kind of rarest of the rare. I consult with the World Bank, and World Bank gives a contract for 150 days in a year. And they changed their norms of granting extra 40 days. They were giving extra 40 days to people who work in fragile countries, where I do work, some work I do there. So last year I couldn't get extra 40 days because the new rules said that I should be working all 150 days in fragile countries to be eligible for the extra 40 days. And this year, the same situation. But then I thought, I started manifesting that my projects in Somalia would suffer big time if I don't get additional 40 days. So I started visualizing that I'm discussing the projects with the Somalia team. They are calling me. I'm meeting them in Nairobi, discussing the project, and they are going back happy, working on the contract documents, and the construction is starting soon. So that kind of visualization I was doing quite regularly. I think I did it for about a week or so. And last week when I was in Nairobi, my team leader said, yeah, the other thing I visualized was that my team leader, he would call me and he would say, oh, we are working on your contract. We are talking to the director. We are talking to the VP and things like that. But, every time he would say, we are talking. So then I visualized that he's calling me, oh, Rajiv, we got extra 40 days for you. And that's exactly what happened, that he called one day. Oh, good news, man. We got you the extra 40 days. And then he immediately said, come to Nairobi, we have to discuss the designs. And then there was this Somalia team sitting in front of me. We were discussing drawings. We were discussing how to go about, inviting tenders and, all other construction details related to how to proceed with the project. So exactly, it happened exactly as I was visualizing. So, and I must say, it may be, well, there is no data like that, but it may be the only case in the world where they've given extra 40 days. Like the rule, like I said, is to work for 150 days. And I work only for about 70, 75 days in fragile countries. So this was a big change from the normal system. So I wanted to share that. And this happened only last week. So that was good. I'm happy to share that with you all.
That's wonderful. This week is all about seeing impossible becomes possible.
Yeah.
If you first allow it to happen from here, one, and then put some attention onto it, number two, right? Openness and imagination, both. So nice to hear, Rajiv. Thank you.
Happy morning, everyone. It's such a blessing to have Vani ma'am and Chandra sir stay with us. There's a whole vibration in the house, and I really wish that they would stay with us forever and do whatever they want to do from here, especially when they are in Delhi. Well, this is my dream.
The consequences will be there. And we will be ready for consequences.
Yes, I'm
You will
ready.
be feeding hundreds of people here every day.
Yes.
Dishes.
My house, there's lots of abundance. Abundance. No fear about feeding people. Even yesterday, everybody was saying 12 people signed up, 19 are coming. What will happen? Koti was telling me. I said, don't worry, abundance. And it happened. No? So anyway, because especially in his presence, I mean, when he's here, then of course, somehow I can get into my thoughtless state at once, and the vibration and everything. It happens in a minute. So that is why I want to capture Vani ma'am and sir staying with us forever and forever. So that's number one. Number two, as a Gandhian scholar, naturally the very first book you read is My Experiments with Truth. I'm sure most of you have also read it. So in Chandra sir's case, it's now My Experiments with Meditation. And just as Gandhi has given truth and non-violence as his mantras, so sir has, at least for me, the mantra from sir is that I accept, I will not complain, and I will not be judgmental. It sounds very simple, but it's very, 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 very difficult. And I have to keep on reminding myself that, look, what am I doing? And then suddenly I'll come back. So a lot of effort involved. He never told us how much effort will go into it. But this mantra, I think, is helping me evolve. It's really helping me become a better person. I hope a better human being. And one more thing I want to say that.
So I want to give one more mantra. Right here, I want to give one mantra.
Okay.
It is very, very, very easy to implement. Please say that mantra also.
It is very, very easy to implement.
Yes.
Yeah, now I
Can we add this fourth mantra?
Okay. Yeah, positive thinking. And one thing I have benefited a lot from Chandra sir also, and also from Patriji, where he keeps on talking about the two aspects, of meditation is, of course, meditation and then mindfulness. So I must say that when I started out, now this is my 4th time I'm doing the 40-day course. So I just started, I never thought mindfulness or awareness will help me so much to stay in the present moment, as sir keeps saying. So I kept saying, okay, now I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm driving my car. Now, this person is overtaking me. I will not get angry. Maybe he's also in a hurry. So, I have done it in very baby steps. So I think the mindfulness part really helped. And I want to thank Vani ma'am, because she is the strength, the great woman behind a great man. And of course, Chandra sir, that the clutter in my mind, the chattering in my mind, thank God that is reduced a lot. I never thought that how much chatter there was until, well, I took on this meditation. And in the end, I must say that somehow I take Chandra sir as my guru, because it's only with him that I could reach this state of thoughtlessness. I've experimented a lot with Vipassana, with going to Coimbatore, with Isha Yoga, with Rajiv, and I've gone to the advanced courses of AOL, starting with Silva method of mind control. We did that together also. So I'm really grateful to him for leading me from darkness to light. Guru means that somebody who leads you from darkness to light, and it is easy to do the mantra.
Okay, it's easy to do the mantra. There may be a guide pointing the path, but our breath becomes a guru. Our breath becomes a guru because that thought is coming with us all the time. Okay, there are only torchlights coming here and there, showing the way. That's all it is, Sumanji. You know it. You know it as a Ghanaian scholar. So that's great. So thank you for sharing that experience. And then tell a little bit that you started meditation practice in your Shanti Yoga. Not yet.
No, we have started. We do about 15 minutes, and the whole staff looks forward to it. So it's we're going to do it much more also. And with regard to manifestation, well, I keep manifesting and things happen. And the latest thing I can share with all of you is that in my NGO, we needed a school bus. It's 20 years now that we run this NGO, and we got one from Engineers India Limited about 18 years ago, but 15 years we've used it and it's no good. So I kept manifesting that my children are going just like Rajivji, I was manifesting that they are going in July in the school bus, new school bus, taking their tiffins, coming back, very happy. And the conductor is writing their names down, attendance. So I kept manifesting this, and it's so strange how the universe works. No, it is not straight. It is very nice the way the universe works. And then it's so funny how the means also come. And how it came through was I was trying to I approached many companies and I didn't get it. So then somebody had to send me some money from America, and they said they'll send it through Western Union. So when I went there, I found out it's part of the Muthoot group of companies. And obviously, wherever I go, I talk about the CSR. And they told me, yes, we do a lot of CSR. So then I approached the person and the manager, actually, CSR. And he came, saw everything. And he's telling me, I can't fund your school. We don't give money. We only give infrastructure. I said, okay, then give me a bus. He said, that I can give. I said, okay, only 35 lakhs. He said, yeah, I'll give. So we have sent the proposal. So my children will go. But I was telling sir that for Shanti Yoga, I'm able to manifest a lot, but for myself, for my evolution, I'm not able to. Sorry, I will from now on.
You're doing already. Your evolution is happening through your Shanti Yogas
No, but personal evolution, long way to go. So want to be a good human being before I die.
Wonderful, Sumanji. One thing, dear friends, if I take it from their manifestations, when the manifestation is inclusive and it is covering larger self, it's common sense, right? And when it's covering larger self, there are more people, more inclusive. And in their case, the only thing is out somebody else. That's really how they're manifesting. What did Raji say? Projects in Nairobi that they all wanted to have, and so it is an architect. So wanted to see that those don't get impacted if we didn't go. I was thinking about very, very inclusive of many others. It might give him deep satisfaction. That is his necessity. Right? Personal deep satisfaction is there for him, but then he's also thinking actually about somebody else there and hugely benefiting. And he's thinking about benefiting of this whole Shanti Sahayog children, the school children that she is running a school. So when our dreams, when our visions are inclusive, even if you're thinking of a promotion for you, make it inclusive. Your promotion is for you, it's very personal. But make it inclusive and say, with my promotion, how can I help a lot of people in my office? It's not just me taking a fat paycheck. You can very, very easily make it broader and say, how can I enable many people? Because now I have access to more people than before. Typically, you'll have larger responsibility, right? And say, how can I enable them? How can I give the knowledge I have? How can I, with that fatter paycheck, give some to Shanti Seva Foundation? Something that I can make it more inclusive, right? How can I support this meditation program that is helping me? So what are that is, dear friends? So when we are making our manifestation dreams be more inclusive, then it is naturally coming together because common sense, right? When you go to somebody for funding, they just ask about them. What do they give? The moment you put only you, they'll say one thing. The moment you say, here is a great problem that I'm solving, it's going to take care of so many people, then that's vision. Your vision has to be right. And you're impressing the universe, have a broader vision, more inclusive vision, and then just the way in the physical world, how things work, when people come forward, when you present your vision, which is always touching us, when it is supporting not many people, hands down. We don't need to convince many people. When your vision is covering to impact many more people, automatically other side is responding. And so is the case with quantum field. It is always responding that way. It is not consciousness. All right. So it responds back to us. The manifestation is great. And people have all kinds of questions. But then, of course, our meditation is helping us to make it the more and more broader, more inclusive. When it's more inclusive, then you automatically are able to attract that sooner, faster, deeper. Many things are happening. That farmer, that master who manifested our land, because the first thing she said, I'm building a pyramid. As soon as my land is coming to me, I'm building a pyramid. And she's very actively working on building a pyramid as the land got transferred to her. She's working on it. More inclusive. She just didn't say that, okay, I'm going to take it all and then use it and write it off my children. Think about this, dear friends. So thank you very much for joining. So great to have these great masters here that are constantly working to introduce meditation in many ways. Right. Rajiv, we're going to do a lot of work in peace process. Okay. Your travel to various these countries where a lot of conflict is there that needs to be supported. And then, of course, here is Sumanji, who's written a book on Science of Peace of Mahatma Gandhi and Values. So they're not just random. I've been thinking about this, and why are these two masters here? One is doing a lot of work in these conflict zone countries. What do you call them? You said some word. Fragile countries. Where his whole life is in fragile countries. So it's got to be that experience has to be used somewhere. And her experience of Gandhi and values, writing book after book, and then teaching for 30 years profession, while she's doing social service, but she's also teaching this core spiritual value of ahimsa, non-violence based conflict resolution. And so guess what here? Here is one person who has access, here is another person who has a solution. So they have to come together and it's going to happen. And the key to that, you know it, meditation will help people to sit down and say, let me try. Really go and say peace-based thing. Come on, you are which century are you in? Is how people ask. But meditation will, of course, make people open automatically and then want to try every method.
If I may just add, I worked in Afghanistan from 2006 to 2021 when Taliban came. Used to go there very, very frequently. Then I started working in Iraq. And Iraq, I'm still working. Afghanistan also, I'm still working, but mostly remotely. Somalia, like I mentioned, and recently I got a call from a Japanese fund if I would like to work in Palestine after the things settle down. And I was also told in Washington a discussion was being held what the World Bank can do in Ukraine. And he said, of course, your name cropped up, and everybody said, when it comes to buildings, we should include him in the team. So these two potential big-time conflict countries are also on the plate now, but let's see what happens.
So building, not buildings, building peace. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah, just to say that I taught a course on Gandhi in Palestine. I was invited by Al-Quds University, the largest university in Palestine, to teach a course on Gandhi. So I lived in Jerusalem for 5 weeks and saw everything firsthand, also took part in a non-violent resistance against the Israelis, where my family kept saying, don't go, don't go. I said, no, I have to go. So, I also written an open letter to Biden and to, Putin about how to solve the war.
So there you go. So there is so much there. All the training is not given for nothing. So we're going to utilize it all and then start a fresh process. I think it's all work is started. So thank you. As we are talking, many things are developing here in my mind. So wonderful. So we're already past 8 o'clock. So thank you all. So we'll see you tomorrow again. Thank you.
Yes, good morning, all masters. Nice seeing with you, with Sumanji and Rajivji. It's great after meeting them at the Global Meditation Conference. Really great. I just returned back yesterday only after 29 days stay at Singapore with our elder son. We have been blessed with our second grandson on 3rd of May. So Gita is there only still. So, but we are on regular meditation whenever is mostly, even though except 1 or 2 days. It's great feeling that this time Chandraji more frequent trip to Delhi after Global Meditation Conference. Thanks all the Delhi masters. Really, it is wonderful. And it is going up and up. Definitely, before going Singapore, I met our Dr. R.V. Ramani also. He did told, you spoke with him that in May you come to Coimbatore, but I told him, I already told that we are not here, but still we have to work out. Here something is, weak link is there, which has to be tied up. Hope soon it will get it. I will talk with Raj also. Let me see how we can put it fast in
July,
that.
I'll come.
July.
July, let's
I
plan.
think that should, okay, that should be okay. It should be. And nice, Sumanji, Rajivji coming to ISA regularly, or you used to come, or?
Where to Bangalore, Odisha? Where did you say? If we come?
In Coimbatore, ISA.
No. Oh, Isha Foundation. No.
Yeah, no, not regularly.
Yes,
I've
not
been there
regular.
for a course, and one of my very good friend stays in Coimbatore. So,
Okay.
So you stay in
Any,
Coimbatore?
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I come, I will.
So when you come, yes, next time please get in touch, and definitely we'll be pleased to host you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you all for joining. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time, 6 a.m. India time for a new session.